Hey everyone, and welcome back. So today we are building with the brand new Sims 4 expansion pack, Adventure Awaits, and I am so beyond excited, so let's just jump in. The first build I decided to do with this pack was none other than a daycare. So I absolutely have been dreaming for this day to happen. I'm so excited. The only thing is that when I was setting up the schedule, I realized that you can't set it with toddlers. So that was actually really upsetting, and I did not understand that at all, because like there was something in there where it says like take care of toddlers and infants, but you can't assign a toddler to be like a person here. So that part was a little confusing for me. I didn't fully understand that, but here we are. I have to say, like, initial thoughts on the pack, I love it. I think this is going to be such a universal pack that is so versatile. You can do literally anything with this now. And that's what I personally love in a pack. That's why I think I love businesses and hobbies so much, right? It's because everything in that pack was interconnected, and you can kind of use every other pack to really like build out this intense storyline that like feels really real and like lived in, and that is something that I'm really excited about with this. So I decided I was going to build a little daycare, and it's very vibrant and fun on the inside, but I tried to kind of do my own sort of build style. I didn't really want to match it with the world because I'm just trying to get familiar with the pack right now. Like, I'm trying to see what we have, what came with it. I also built a house as well, which I'm really excited about because it looks so cool. But I will say this, I am definitely getting a lot of blue vibes, especially with like this stone that I used and the wood paneling. There's really not many other colors that came with these. So I really think that, you know, the blue Suburbans are going to thrive with this pack. I'm really excited about it. So you'll see now, I tried to give the build a little bit of like fun to it. So I did something funky with the windows. I added these like circle like patches, basically. Those are like stepping stones to get into the building. So the building is a little bit of a mix of like the modern windows and stuff, but also with like the, you know, rustic architecture that, you know, came with the wallpapers and everything like that. I just wanted to use different windows because I used the other window set for the house. So I'm like, I'm trying to get familiar with everything, all the design styles and everything like that. Now I'm placing in a custom sign, and it took me a hot minute to get it. I was really struggling. It was a lot, but I am absolutely here for it. I actually love how this build turned out, and I can't wait to actually play in it and use it. So I decided to you know, build this because the family that I made for this pack that I'm going to be playing with, I'm choosing to, you know, run this little daycare with them, and I'm really excited about it. So I don't actually know how a lot of the gameplay works yet. I'm like still trying to play it myself. I don't actually know what it's like to like run a getaway. So maybe I'll just have like my child sim come here and, you know, go to the getaway, so that way, you know, they can go to daycare or whatever it may be. I'm really just trying to get the vibes of the pack, and I'm really excited about it. So this little paper mache heart I thought was so cute, and I was like, this needs to go in the front of the daycare, obviously. So I'm really excited to play around with this. I have a lot of different ideas of like what I want to do. I'm thinking, you know, winery bed and breakfast. I'm thinking, or like nectar making bed and breakfast. Sorry, not winery, but winery vibes. There's so many things. I'm going to build the Love Island house. Like, that is hands down something that I need to do. Thank you very much. I am absolutely so excited to actually do that and play through with it. I also want to do like, so when I visited Italy a while ago, back in like 2019, I went to a cooking class, a pasta making class in like a little castle. So now that we have the castle estate kit, I'm like, oh my God, I can build like a little castle cooking class sort of situation and have like a room in there that, you know, your Sims can stay in. I definitely want to redo a music festival, so that way I can have like a set schedule of like what the festival is, and you can go to different stages and stuff like that and do different things. I'm really excited about that too. And obviously a Sulani beach getaway way. Like, come on, what do you mean? Like, they can go kayaking, they can go jet skiing, they can go swimming, scuba diving. Like, there's so many things that they can do. So I'm really excited, and I can't wait to actually play with the pack and like play through it and see, you know, all the different gameplay features that it came with. I am actually excited for Imaginary Friends. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I actually liked the Imaginary Friends in The Sims 3. I thought they were fun. I'm excited. I'm excited about it, and I think it's going to be really fun. So you'll see now in the build, I have one section that's like for food, right? So I put the buffet tables out because I don't want the, you know, daycare teacher and the daycare assistant to have to cook, right? That's not what they're there for. They're not there to cook. They're there to take care of the kids, teach them things, help them with their skills. Like that's their goal, right? That's their job. That's what they're there to do. So I'm really excited to see how, you know, this kind of plays out. But I also built a custom playground in the backyard. I'm really excited about those too. That was something that I was not expecting ever to have in The Sims. And the fact that we actually got it is so fun. So in this, I really tried to get almost every single childhood activity that you could possibly have. Like there's marbles, there's the new paper crafting, there's the playgrounds in the backyard, there's obviously a food section, and then I put the activity tables in there, I put computers for them, I put the friendship bracelets. Like I wanted to have as many different activities for your kids as possible. And when I set it up, I was a little confused on like the scheduling part. It didn't really make sense to me. I was a little lost. But I think it comes with time and practice. This is definitely not like a starter pack, I would say. Like, I don't think, you know, you're kind of like here and there sort of Sims player is going to get it. They're not. It is a tough, you know, system to tackle. But that's what's so exciting is like, I feel like they're really thinking about us and like the Sims players that have been around for over a decade and have really been here since the beginning and want something that really enriches our gameplay, because a lot of critiques I see is that The Sims 4 is boring. I personally don't find it boring, but that is, I know, not a common thing that people think. I just don't think it's boring. I love The Sims 4. I think this is their best game. There was a lot of features in The Sims 3 that I loved, but it never ran and never worked. So, you know, dealing with that was definitely very, very tough. And I'm looking at you, Island Paradise. Like, that shit never fucking worked. So I do eventually think we are going to get, you know, a hotels pack. This is like bed and breakfast vibe, not hotel. So I think it's more so like something where, you know, you can build like a little place, you know, for your Sims to go sleep in like a small capacity. But I'm talking like, I want those towers back. Like I want to have a customized resort that I want a resort pack is what it is. It's not even a hotel pack at this point, like literally resorts. So I think it's going to come. I really wholeheartedly believe that. I really thought bands was going to come this year in like a music pack. Alas, it did not, but here we are. It's okay. That's fine. Something else I want to talk about briefly, very, very, very briefly, is the purchase of EA and the selling of it for the 55 billion or whatever it was. It's definitely scary, but I think we need to see, you know, what this looks like for the future. Like, we can't predict the future. We can't predict what is going to happen. I'm really grateful for The Sims and the strides that they've made to include people, right? Like we've gotten so much in the last 2 years whether it's hearing aids, stretch marks, skin detailing that we haven't had before, trans scars, pronouns. Like, we have gotten so many things in a short period of time. I just don't see rollbacks happening to that. Like, you know, like I don't think the Maxis team would let that happen. I don't think the Sims 4 team would let that happen. You know, the Sims 4 team is full of LGBTQ plus people of color. Like, that team is so diverse that I don't see them letting that happen. So I am choosing to look at the bright side and think positive. So I am just praying that, you know, our game does not get touched, because it is such a beautiful game that celebrates diversity, and I want that to continue, and I want, you know, even more diverse cultures being represented, and, you know, different world types, right? Like, I'm glad that this world is inspired by New Zealand. I want more of that, you know? Like, I want to see an Africa-inspired world. I want a China-inspired world. Like, I wholeheartedly believe in the Sims team and what they're doing and what they believe in, and I believe in it as well. So I am choosing to remain positive, because if I don't, I will lose my mind. So that's like my 2 cents on this whole situation. I am choosing not to think about it anymore. I'm just gonna wait and see what happens, because that's all we can do. Another topic, though, I need to speak about is this little lady on my shirt. Okay, the life of a showgirl. I've been seeing so much discourse online about this album, and I disagree wholeheartedly with everything everyone is saying. I'm sorry. I disagree with what everyone is saying. I don't agree that this is like her worst album. No, like, you're incorrect. I'm so sorry. The vibes are very lovey, obviously, but there's also a lot of other songs on there that aren't just about, you know, how happy and in love she is. I think it's a very diverse and unique body of work. I think it is one of her most cohesive sounds she's ever done in her life. Like, besides like Folklore, obviously, like, that was so different, but all of her other pop albums, like, I think this is like her most cohesive sounding album ever. And which is like really hard to say, because a lot of her albums are very cohesive, but like, I'm looking at You Lover, like, that was not very cohesive at all. It was kind of messy. And I feel like this is what Lover should have been. It's, you know, the love, but with confidence and with no anxiety around it. So I don't know. I'm really loving it. I am loving the album. I cannot stop listening to it. I'm actually so obsessed. And I got to go see the movie. I cannot wait to see it. I can't wait to see the music video. I just know it's gonna fucking eat. I know it. She's gonna kill it, as always. Self-directed, like, come on. Our director knows what she's doing. I don't also agree with people when they say, like, her self-directed videos aren't great. What do you mean? Bejeweled was actually fucking incredible. I don't agree with anyone that hates that fucking song and hates that music video. Like, you're incorrect. But that was kind of like alluding to the life of a showgirl. Like, she's always been in this era, this vibe, and now she's leaning into it. But I will say, I think top 3 after my like 17th listen, I've been nonstop, I'm not kidding. I think my top 3 is Secured. And it's stressing me out a little bit, because I don't know. Every time I listen, it kind of changes a little bit. But I will say, number 1, The Fate of Ophelia. She has never picked a better single. I think this song is literal pop perfection. No notes. That, like, post-chorus is so infectious. I have never, it's like ear candy. Like, I literally feel like it's like scratching an itch in my brain that like has been there for so long and I didn't know. So I'm really, I love that song, hands down. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Elizabeth Taylor. I think Elizabeth Taylor is so fucking good, and just like, it hits so hard. Like, that chorus is loud and it's in your face, and that's what I love. I love that kind of music from her. That's why I love Reputation so much, because it's like, whoa, what is this? Like, this is insane, and I am really excited about that. So that, I think, is definitely my top 2. Not I think, that is definitely my top 2. 3 kind of changes, but as of right now, it's Wood. I really didn't think, I put Wood at the bottom of my ranking before I listened to the album. I was like, I don't think it's gonna be my favorite. Was that incorrect? She pulled out a Jackson 5 type song, and it was so good. Our girl is horny. She is happy. She's in love. She's engaged. She's living her best life. And I'm so excited about it. Every single song is incredible. The Sabrina Carpenter feature was so perfect, and their voices blend so well together. I was actually like melting into my bed listening to this. It was insane. Also, I've been seeing a lot of people rank Ruin the Friendship towards the bottom. I love that song. I'm sorry. I love it. I can't stop listening to it. I think genuinely the bottom song as of right now is Honey. I think I just need to give it a little bit more, a little bit more listens. I need to feel it out a little bit more. So I don't know. We'll see how it changes in the coming weeks because it always does, right? I always think I have my ranking and I never do. So we'll see what happens. But getting back to the build a little bit, it is really colorful. There's a lot going on, but those little tables in the middle, the little crafting tables, I did that on purpose. It's like that teal greenish color and the orange from the Life of a Showgirl aesthetic and vibe. So I did that on purpose. That's my little nod because I built it the week of the album release. And, I don't know. Maybe I'll think about doing like a full Showgirl vibe build. Who knows? I am still working on my Era's Neighborhood, but now I need to redo it because the sizing is wrong because now there's 12 albums instead of 11 and I was struggling already with 12. So what I might have to do is like do 10, the first 10, and then start a second neighborhood for the next albums because there's no way I can keep growing in this 64 by 64 lot. This is why I need a 100 by 100 lot. I know that's really big. I know that's huge, but like, come on, it would work. I would love it. So now I'm doing the backyard a little bit and I put a splash pad in there. There's archery and I was trying to figure out where to put the toddler playground because I put it originally really close to the archery set and I was like, wait, that's like really dangerous for toddlers. Like they shouldn't be near archery. And then I'm like, wait, it's The Sims. They're not gonna get hit by a bow and arrow. But I'm like, realistically, this would never fly. This would never work. So I don't know. But I love the splash pad. I had really a lot of fun putting that piece together. Wilbur obviously had to make an appearance. Like, come on, what do you mean? And I was like so excited to build with it and play with it. I cannot wait to play with this build because it's just fun. Right? And now I'm building the playground. So something that I did with the playground is I put it all in sand. So growing up, me and my friends and my sister and all of our cousins, everything, like we had this one playground that we would always go to. And it was all wooden. It had like metal slides. Like it was really, really old. And there were sand pits everywhere. Like really mushy. I don't know how to explain it, but like it was like that mushy textured floor. I don't know how to explain what it was because it wasn't like foamy, but it was like it almost felt like asphalt, but it was squishy. I really don't know what I'm explaining. I don't know if anyone is even going to know what I'm saying, but that's what it was. So I wanted to kind of recreate that a little bit, and so I built it all in a sand pit. So your Sims can build sand castles while they play in the playground. I'm really, really excited about that part because this is something I really never thought we were gonna get. I am so happy because it's so customizable. You can do literally anything with it. You have so many pieces that you can fuck around with. And that to me is what I'm looking for. Like I love that level of customization. So that's why this pack to me I think is like so top tier is because the customization on this it goes crazy, like absolutely crazy. So yeah, and I went with this color. I wanted something really bright and fun. I don't know. I'm in a bright and fun era, I guess. I'm having a good time. I'm loving life. And I placed a bunch of those little like sculpture pieces from Growing Together in there as well to kind of really make it feel like there was like a lot of toys in there, but I didn't want like actual toys because then your Sims are just gonna go clean it up anyway. So this kind of gives that illusion, right? That there's these toys in there. I put the Void Critter set in there. There's two of them actually. There's a puppet show. So I actually did designate in the schedule puppet show time. Okay, there's puppet show time when they go to the daycare because who doesn't love a puppet show? Like, come on. What do you mean? It's the life of a showgirl. So I am really excited about that. I can't wait to see how this works. And I've been wanting daycares for so long, and I am so excited. I can't wait to play with it and see what this brings to the game. So there's also bikes. Also, I put bikes out there. So that way your child Sims can learn. I tried to get as many skill building pieces as possible. There's violins as well. I really want, your child Sims to come here and learn right? So I'm thinking this could either be, an after school thing if you want, like you can just change the times. So it could be an after school thing while your Sims are at work, or, before school, or if you want to just do it on the weekends. Like, it's really up to you. I don't really even know how I'm going to play with it yet. It might even just be like a summer, instead of going to Camp Gibby Gibby, they come here in the summer, and learn all their skills and everything like that. I am so excited about this pack. I really am. I haven't been this excited about a pack since Businesses and Hobbies. Enchanted by Nature was one that fell a little flat for me. I won't lie. But that's also because I'm not an occult player. I don't love it. But even occult players, I felt like didn't really love that pack either. I don't know. There's something about it that was just like kind of meh, So I don't know. I am really excited about this pack and everything that it brings. I can't wait to play with it. I'm so excited. I just want to sit down and just play with it all day. All day. I don't want to do anything else. I am going to Disney soon, so I won't be able to until I get back. And I'm also moving. So there's a lot happening in my life. I'm a little overstimulated, to say the least. But I am ready. I'm excited, and it's all exciting things. So that's a good thing. But I won't be able to get to play this pack as deeply as I want to for a hot minute. So I'm gonna have to figure it out, but I will get there. I know I will. So I am just doing final touches now with some terrain paint and some last minute landscaping, and I think it's time I take you guys on a tour of the build. What do you say? I'm doing it. Let's go. All right, so here we have Gibby Daycare. This is what it looks like from the front. It's a little smaller, a little bit more modern, but we love her. So this is actually, I created my own schedule. So we have one daycare teacher, one daycare assistant, and then 8 daycare students. So care for infants and toddlers at 6 a.m., which I'm confused because you can't set that they're toddlers or infants. So I'm confused. And then 9 a.m. is free time, so they can do whatever they want around the place. 12 p.m. they serve a meal, and then 3 p.m. more free time. So I am going to play with it and see if I need to like update anything, if they need more food or whatever. But I'm assuming also during free time, like they'll be able to just grab food. So we will see. So this is what it looks like when you first come up into our little daycare. So the entryway, we have a giant bookcase, and then you come over to the right, and this is the kids section. So we, have little void critter sets. We have the activity tables. This is some art displays. In here, we have some paper crafting. We have a toy box. We have a plush that they can play with. Some science tables, a scout scout board. So, if your kids are in scouts, they can do that as well in here. And then we have some violins. You come back over this way. We have 2 little marble stations, so they can play marbles, another void critter set. And this is where they will sit and eat. And here we have buffet tables. And then in here, we just have the marble jars. And in this section, we have a little puppet show section right here. And then this is like the desk corner. So there's some journals, there's friendship bracelets, and then there's some computers. And then in here, we have the bathroom. So there's some stalls, and then toddler potties and a bath as well, in case there's some blowouts, you never know. And we also have some sinks. And then you come through this gated territory, and this is where the toddlers are going to play. So, we have all of the toddler equipment that you could possibly need, a bunch of toys and stuff like that. And then in here is nap room. This is the nap time room. So it's a bunch of toddler beds. Again, I'm going to see if like kids need it. So then I'll, update if I need to update half the beds or whatever that is. And then you come out through the sliding glass door, and over on this side, we have the splash pad area. And then we have some monkey bars and some swings. And then in this corner, we have the archery, so your kids can learn archery. We have a little toddler playground set right here. And then this is the giant playground with the sand pit. There's also some hopscotch as well for them that they can use. And then when you come over on this side, I also lined up 4 bikes, and there is an outdoor trash can. I remembered that this time. never usually do. So I'm really excited about that. And that is the entire build. So yeah, I hope you guys like this. And if you did, you can download this now on my gallery using my EA ID, Robbie Plays Sims. Only one S, not two. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below, and I will see you all next time.